If you are the parent of a small child, chances are you're familiar with fussy eating, the behavioural tendency for toddlers and children to suddenly reject a large proportion of foods that they previously had no issue enjoying and instead refuse to eat anything except plain white pasta and rice crackers. Fussy eating is reasonably common in Australia, with fussy eating reported in 25 to 40% of Australian toddlers. For parents, the biggest concern is that toddlers and children are not getting the mix of foods required for optimal growth and development. There is also cause for some concern, as the diets of fussy eaters are lower in key nutrients, including iron, zinc, folate, and fibre. These nutrients are involved in digestive comfort, energy production, immune function, and growth. And as such, strategies to help improve the intake of these nutrients is really important. Taking control of fussy eaters requires a focus on both behavioural and nutritional strategies. Here, the long-term goal is to increase the range of foods children will eat and to improve nutrient intake. So if you are worried that your toddler's fussy eating is impacting their nutrition, here are some practical, simple strategies to help manage fussy eating at your house. Number 1, stop the food talk. What we focus on persists, so if you find yourself constantly talking about the foods that your toddler is refusing to eat, try and take a complete break from mentioning the food and fussy eating altogether. As parents, we can often become fixated on the exact behaviours that we want our children to stop, which actually reinforces the behaviour via the attention that we give to it. Rather, make an effort to focus on and encourage the behaviours that you want them to elicit, and ignore the behaviour, like the food refusal, you are attempting to shift. While this is much easier said than done, children are less likely to continue something that they are being ignored doing. Number 2, get them hungry. Once children reach the age of 12 months, they actually don't need a lot of food. This means that if they are filling up on snack foods, fruit, or even milk throughout the day, they are often not overly hungry at meal times. In an attempt to get them hungry at the right times, try and limit the snacks they have throughout the afternoon. Small children are much more likely to eat something at meal times when they're actually hungry. Number 3, keep offering them the same foods. As parents, in our quest to get children to eat, we can exhaust ourselves preparing exotic, time-consuming meals that picky eaters can reject in just a few minutes. Children, especially small children, like familiar, simple foods. For this reason, keeping things incredibly simple is the way to go when you're attempting to introduce new foods, particularly for fussy eaters. For example, at mealtimes, offer them a small serve of meat, chicken or fish, and just a couple of tablespoons of coloured chopped vegetables. Then, leave the food on the table for just 10 to 15 minutes so they can eat what they like before putting the plate away. If they don't eat anything, try not to worry. But most importantly, try not to offer them other foods if they ask, and if they're hungry, offer the same meal again. Over time, they will get used to the same meal being served and learn that they won't be given a sweeter option such as milk or fruit if they don't eat their meal. Number 4, keep the foods that you want them to eat at home. Remember that small children can only eat the foods that you offer them. If you keep non-nutritious snacks, juices and treats at home, they will naturally want to eat them, and they will seek them out in place of more nutritious options. If you are having difficulty managing a fussy eater, clear the house out of any tempting treats and focus on natural, healthy, unprocessed foods to gradually steer your toddler towards healthier options. Number 5, boost their nutrition. For extremely fussy children, it's natural for parents to be worried about their overall nutritional intake. Vegetable juices can be a great way to boost their veggie intake, while fortified breads and cereals too can boost their fibre and iron intake. Also remember that there is a range of nutritionally complete oral nutritional supplements such as PediaSure, which have a favourable taste profile for children, that can be included in the diets of fussy eaters to tick the box on essential nutrients such as iron, calcium and zinc to ensure they are receiving the daily nutrients they need for optimal growth and development.